I don't know what's gotten into me lately, but I've been doing very sort of colourful pieces mixed in with my dark pieces. So here's another one, I suppose you could say. Today's illustration is basically about feeling like you need to recharge. How I've represented this with this little monster is, in this case, he has been injured and he has survived his injury and sort of just needs to take some time out in nature, just to sit quietly in nature and just be on his own with his own thoughts and heal, basically. And I know that, you know, a lot of people out there have had this happen to them where you just want to be alone. And I'm one of these people where when you're feeling off and you're just not feeling yourself, you just want to go and retreat into your own little personal space, and or going somewhere that you know sort of recharges you. Like some people like to go sit on the beach or go for a swim in the beach. Some people like to go to nature and just sit amongst the trees and on the grass, or some people just like to go sit in their room. For me, I find that I feel a lot better when I go outside and I either sit in nature or go for a walk somewhere, and that's how I regenerate. And yeah, I gotta be by myself because I am such an introvert. I need to have my own space and time to recharge and to just do nothing, especially when I'm feeling off. I don't have to feel off to feel like this. I am not a person that has to be on the go all the time, but especially when I'm having really bad days with either anxiety and depression, or yeah, like I've hurt myself, or physically hurt myself. Yeah, there's just times where you just want to be alone, and there's no real reason sometimes other than you just need some time out from everybody. So this little guy, he's just sitting there. He's sitting amongst the toadstools and the mushrooms, or whatever you want to call them, and some flowers and some trees and some little, you know, little leafy plants and that, and just getting back to nature and just regenerating and feeling a lot better, and contemplating basically, yeah, how to approach everything next. He's just going over everything that's happened and is going to make better life choices, because you don't know what this little guy's done. He could have, you know, had a bad life in the respect of he was a little criminal, or he was tied up with some bad people and he paid the consequences for that. Or he could have been just a nice little monster that happened to be at the wrong place at the wrong time and got injured somehow and is sort of feeling a little bit sorry for himself. So he just needs a bit of time to, you know, regroup his feelings to get back to normalcy again in his life. Regardless of what you're going through in life, I'm pretty confident that anyone can relate to this piece. Anyone can look at this little monster and go, I feel you, little monster. I feel you. So with this piece, I tried a different approach again, and I wanted to just outline the monster only with the harsh black lines, And then I wanted to just go in with the plants and sort of have like a bit more of a subtle sort of look for them and not have any of the harsh lines. I didn't quite execute this well, and once again, it's just something that I need to work on because I don't draw a lot of nature pieces and I don't draw a lot of plants and flowers, and this is another thing that I would like to work on to just try and expand my my drawing repertoire, because I don't want to sort of stay stale and just focus on gory monster pieces. I still want that creepy cute element because that's what I really love to draw, but I sort of want to branch out and add more elements into a piece that is just sort of different to what I'm doing, and I'm just trying to branch out and do different things and sort of just want to draw everything that I can. And that's what I tried to do here. And I don't know if I really should have done this. I should have tried to keep this as loose as possible, but I ended up going over with the colouring in pencils to outline all the plants in the background, and I just don't know if that was a good idea or not. I sort of am still on the fence with that. I sort of feel as though I should have just kept it to just watercolour and just sort of do a more looser style, because like I'm really experimenting with the looser style of watercolor at the moment, and I'm really failing with that because I can't release the control that I want to release. And I am going to continue working on that because that's what I want to do. I want to be able to release control, and once I've released control and I can do a nice loose watercolor piece, I will be happy, and then we can move on and we can do something else. That's just one thing at a time. I got to work on one thing at a time. That's my weaknesses. I'm going through all my weaknesses and I'm working on them until I get it right. And I can just do that and be happy within myself that I am progressing as an artist. So I had to add blood. I've got blood there just to portray his injury, that he's had a bit of a knock on the head, and yeah, there's an injury there. And yeah, there's elements of this that are just nice, and then there's elements of it that are still my monster creepy cute elements as well. So yeah, there's, like I said, I could have executed the background a little bit better with the plants and that, but that, like I said, I don't do too much of that, and I've really got to work on that. But other than that, as a whole, I really enjoyed creating this cute little guy who is just sitting there, and we can all relate to him at some point in our life. That's it from me. Hopefully you enjoyed this piece, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!